Mr. Urban Wall Street, young producers, where are they now? For the last 12 years, it's been my mission to inspire young individuals in our community, black men, black women, Latino men, Latino women, that may not have thought that they could become great. Our children are the future, we know this. So I was blessed by the Creator to meet these two young men when they were in the 10th grade, right here in Harlem. One at Academy for Social Action, and one at Harlem Children's Zone. First, I want to introduce you to my brother, Neville Brown. I met him in 10th grade. He's the lead in the video that you're going to be talking to the director and the creator in a moment. But I want to talk to Neville right quick because I haven't seen him in a moment since I connected him where he was actually working at Harlem Children's Zone when I bought the program there. He was already grown by that time. Neville.
My brother, what's going on? What's going on? It's a pleasure.
It's a beautiful thing. So listen, it's been a moment.
It has.
But 10th grade, I remember my boy Young Nev.
I was young, right.
So tell us, when the principal at ASA came to you and said, listen, we're going to do a program, we got some production, who wants to act? What was your thoughts, Neville?
Well, first and foremost, I always thought about acting and trying to do things like that, since I've been young, I've always thought about it, always wanted to do something like that. So it was a great opportunity hearing it. I was nervous as hell, to be quite honest, because I was like, man, I never acted before. I don't know how this is gonna work, you know what I'm saying? And then when she introduced me to you, I was like, oh, all right. And you told us like, yo, you know what? Just be natural, be yourself, don't worry about the camera too much, just let it flow out. Shake the nerves off and you're gonna do your thing, You taught us a few things in the process of us doing this, and I just thought like this was gonna be a great opportunity to get myself into a world that I always wanted to be in, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it my way and I'm gonna do it the right way, you know what I'm saying? So it was a great opportunity to learn this from young, you know what I'm saying? I was in 10th grade. I was young, I ain't had no face hair, nothing, you know what I'm saying? I was nervous, but it was dope. It was a dope opportunity, you know what I'm saying? So I was very, very hype about it and I was very ready for it,
Now, one of the things I pride myself is showing all young people that they can do it, And so what was it like, because a lot of times people used to think, they would see the productions and they thought that maybe I wrote it and I made it happen. But who were the brains behind all those scripts, Neville? Who was doing the work?
That was all us, that was all the kids from every school that you went to, including mine. When you at ASA, you told us like, you know what? You guys are gonna be the producers. You guys are gonna run your whole movies and run your whole short films. And I'm like, what? We gonna do it? That's dope, So you taught us write the script. We wrote the scripts, we created them. They were all based off real world scenarios. You know what I'm saying? So it was real things going on. And, we was young. We was teenagers, but you going in through puberty, going through a lot of peer pressure, things of that nature. So we wrote real world things that were going on in our community and around us. You know what I'm saying? And we just followed through with it. We created it. And you taught us how to do it. You taught us how to work the cameras, taught us how to write the scripts, and you sat back and let us, be the young producers that we are, you know what I'm saying? So it was dope.
So what was that experience? Because a lot of times, I want to emphasize, when you're young, the teachers are always telling you, right? And I always say, listen, this is not a program where I'm telling you what to do. This is where you're going to tell me what we're going to do. So what was it like to have that freedom at such a young age?
I think that's what a lot of kids always usually want, because they always telling us, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. So the fact that we actually got to be the person that was in charge at that moment, like, listen, I want it like this. I want you to be right there. I want you to be right here. I want you guys to come down this block. I want you guys to come down the steps. You guys gonna hug. It was a great opportunity to get the feel of some type of control and running a situation that's gonna be great, for us. So it was that I like that experience. I think that experience was really dope, and it taught us how to have that good leadership quality, you know what I'm saying? The leadership quality to do your own thing and just to be independent, Self-independence is always good. So to have that independency at a young age, it gave us the energy and the motivation to be better, you know what I'm saying, as we got older. So that was dope,
So Nev was always a character, and always a good character, very positive kid, wanted to act and things, to tell jokes. So when you got the call, we're gonna meet our brother Micah Green, aka Mike Mary Production, you know what I'm saying? When you got the call, like, listen, I'm about to work on something. Tell me, how did you know Micah from school? How did you know Micah? And then when you got that call, how'd you feel? So how'd you know Micah?
Well, I met Micah. That was my brother. I met him when I was in Harlem Children's Zone. I was first in Harlem Children's Zone first. Then, as I got older and I went to high school, I went to ASA. But Micah was always a brother of mine from around the way, so, we linked up. Special shout out to Mike Mary Productions. That's his company. He's going to tell you about that. That's a dope company. it was an honor for him to give me the call, you know what I'm saying? And at first, like I said, I wasn't the person who was doing it because I already had something else in the works with him. We already had some other opportunity that we was gonna kick in together. And you know, he put me in it and it was dope, you know? I appreciate it, I'm humbled by it, honored by it. I was excited, to be honest, to have my first acting gig as I'm older now, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit more mature, the growth is there, you know, I'm a little bit more outspoken, you know, a little bit more charismatic, you know what I'm saying? So it was dope to get that energy and get my positive energy on the field to make people laugh and just be a certain person besides myself in an acting sense, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was a great opportunity, you know, I appreciate him. And you know, it was just dope all around. You know, we got a lot of stuff. We had some good memories with this new thing going on. So it's gonna be dope. You guys gotta definitely check it out.
So listen, you're gonna hear from my man Micah Green in a moment, Mike Mary Productions. But my man Neville used to do something when we wrapped up in the 10th grade. He did this move. It was like,
yeah, right? Like,
yeah. Y'all keep watching. This is my young boy, Mike Mary Productions. Yo, the feature, my man Micah Green. Keep watching, soul searching the video, the visual. If you don't know, you're gonna find out. Keep watching.
Here's a kid named Dallas.
And this is Tati. And this is Erica. And this is Marion.
This is King Mean. Yeah, represent 903. You already know how we doing it. Represent
903, yeah.
Harlem 903, Bronx, all that. You already know. You see the kids getting money out here. Doing this like,
She's naughty.
yeah, naughty.
Yeah. She ain't solo.
Hey, Bolo, baby. Yeah. So like, we just let y'all know, yeah, like, we want to thank Wall Street Productions because we about to get it popping. So, new work, don't got nothing on us. That's how we doing it out here.
Nobody know.
This is life.
Don't start that shit talk. Always coming in here complaining.
I'm miserable. I'm selling my own people out.
So you know it is, we're back, Mr. Urban Wall Street, young producers, where are they now? And I'm with the star attraction for today's feature, my brother Micah Green, Mike Mary Productions, one of Harlem's finest. And we're standing right here on the corner of 124th Street and Frederick Douglass Boulevard in Harlem, where they're from, where they raised, these streets they run. But Magic Johnson Theaters, you see it behind it. Magic Theaters was a very important spot for this young brother right here, and he's gonna let you know. First things first, Micah, what's good, baby?
What's up, what's up? Thank you for selecting me to be a part of Urban Wall Street, man. Definitely in the spotlight, I feel the love. Definitely honorable to be here.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Now, unlike Neville actually was in Young Producers and he went through the program, but you and I introduction was a little bit different. How did you come to meet me, Micah?
I was 14 and you came to my school, Promise Academy at the time. You came explaining what you do. That was for career day. And I was just, so inspired, because I always wanted to get into production, but you also gave an insight about it in the entrepreneurship aspect. So I was just like, why not connect? My slogan is say less and do more. And you're a person who's actually doing the walk instead of just doing the talking. So, I was very honored and wanted to connect with you.
Right. And so, right, and you were one of the few who gave me your number, and I realized I've had it all this time, and that's not the norm. A young kid give you his number, like, hey, but you maintain that, and you always follow me, so I loved it. So we're standing in front of Magic Theaters, and you said, I asked you before, I said, Mike, when we do this, is there any particular spot that you want to represent? And you said Magic Theaters. Can we do something in front of Magic Theaters? What is it about Magic Theaters that made you want to do your spotlight here?
What had me want to do it spotlight at Magic Johnson Theater was the fact that me and my grandmother, she raised me, so every Saturday morning we used to watch movies from like 11 a.m. to like 7, 8 o'clock at night. We used to get our Blimpie sandwich, sneak it in there, and when one movie's done, we'll go to the next theater. And when I used to watch these movies, it was always from like not a fan point of view, like not to enjoy it. It was like, damn, this scene they could have did this or that, or me picturing myself in the scene and how I act. So like, even Space Jam is my favorite movie to this day. When Michael Jordan stuck his arm out at the end, it was stretched long. Like, I tried to do that with a basketball when I was younger, but I realized like my arm wasn't stretching, but that just goes to show how art influences you, so that's what made me want to get into production as well.
So then we got Mike Mary Productions. What's the inspiration behind that name, brother? I love it.
Mike is my name for short. My real name is Micah, but ever since I was younger, my grandmother, my father called me Mike. Everyone still call me Mike. and Mary is my grandmother who passed away name. So it's our name put together. And she's a part of everything I do. I told her I was gonna keep her legacy going in a letter I wrote, and I put it in her casket, you know, on her funeral. So yeah, to this day, I'm still carrying a legacy till my time comes. Yeah.
So now we get to Soul Searching.
Yeah.
Soul Searching is your visual, incredible visual. Congratulations on that, brother. I love to see it. And you tapped your brother Neville, my brother Nev. What made you tap Nev? What was how did that conversation happen?
Man, it came about because I was supposed to actually have another friend of mine do it, but that didn't fall through. And me and Nev, we also got another visual that came out prior, but it's animation. He was the voiceover, and we got something else that's in the works. But I was just like, you know what? Why not? There's no ceiling to success nor what he do. And I feel like he was always an actor before I even started, you know, doing this production thing. And I was just like, I know it'll be organic, so why not, you know, work with someone who's organic and someone I have a great rapport with. So that's how it came about, and we made magic.
And how did he deliver?
Yeah, he delivered. He beyond delivered. He exceeded all expectations of me, the person who writes, you know. So I think it turned out well, and you know, the people enjoyed it too. I feel like we gained a lot of traction with it. So that's very.
So that visual is Soul Searching.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration or the motivation, if you will, behind Soul Searching?
The motivation behind Soul Searching, the actual visual, because we'll talk about the song later, but the actual visual is the fact that African Americans are dying senselessly, you know, behind the hands of police, you know, and during that time when George Floyd died, Breonna Taylor died, I saw a lot of African American cops, male and women, male and women talking about it, and they just, you know, didn't feel it. They was like, no, but they gotta do this because this is their job. So I feel like a part of them feel like they was selling themselves out because of the things they were saying, you know. So I was just like, I want to bring it to light and bring it from an African American standpoint, you know, of what's going on. So that's how that visual was inspired. Yeah.
So in a minute, listen, Micah Green, listen, Soul Searching is a beautiful situation. We're in Harlem, my brother Nev Brown, but in a moment, these two are gonna do what they do, and you're gonna learn some more behind the song, the story, Soul Searching. It's a lot to it, but my man Neville's going to interview his partner right here. They're going to let you know. So keep watching. Young producers, where are they now? Where? In Harlem, doing great things, prepared for 2021 and beyond. Mike Mary Productions, Urban Wall Street. Keep watching. I got plans for these young brothers too.